Hi, this is Dr. Bev Knox from BevKnox.com, and I am here to talk to you today about conformity. A lot of you guys already know what conformity is. I mean, it means simply what? Adjusting to a group, whether it's idea or thinking, to fit in. You're conforming. You're taking away your ideas and you're conforming to that group in order to fit in and to be accepted. We went through this in high school. We all did. Did you guys see the movie Mean Girls? I talk about this movie a lot in my psychology courses because it fits it's the perfect answer in explaining conformity. There's all these different cliques, and we know what a clique is, right? It's a group. We won't call them a gang, because a gang really is when they've crossed over to doing illegal activities. That's when you call them a gang. But really, a clique is a group of folks of like minds. Now remember, certain type of cliques are what? In high school, you've got and I'm going to use some terminology that's pretty, probably gruesome, but to explain my concept, I've got to say it, okay? So you've got the jocks in high school, you've got the band geeks, and these are the terms that my students tell me, so I've got to tell you. You've got the band geeks, you've got the differences between a geeks and a nerd, you've got the cheerleaders, you've got the Spanish hot chicks, you've got the black hot chicks, you've got this, there's all these different groups, all these different cliques in high school, right? So you're a teenager and you're trying to form and shape your identity. One minute you could go to this clique here because you think, oh my gosh, I want to be a cheerleader. I want to be like the cheerleaders. So you gravitate towards that group because it's somewhat attractive to you. And when you get to that group, they could accept you or reject you, but let's just say they semi-accept you. Guess what you've got to do to fit into that group? And it's called the in-group. The group that you want to be part of is called that, that's the in-group here, right? And everybody on the outside is called the out-group. So you want to be a cheerleader, what do you have to do? You have to dress like they do, and you have to act like they do. You have to conform to their standard of look and behaviors. That's conformity. And then you don't do what they do, or you don't act how they act, and guess what happens? They give you the boot. You get kicked out. You're no longer part of the in-group. You're part of the out-group. Conformity. All right? Another example. What about the emos? And you know what emos are? Well, I didn't either. My younger students, 18, 19, 20, 21, they teach me all these new terminology that's going on. So the emos, guess who they are? They're the folks that are very, very emotional, and don't confuse them with the punk kids or the goths. Just don't do that at all. I mean, yeah, they walk around, they may have some, different color hairs, but they look a little sad all the time. This is what my students tell me. They wear their emotions on their sleeves. So if you want to be part of that group, guess what you have to do? According to my college students, sit around and write poetry all day? Pretty much. I'm serious here. But not uplifting poetry. A lot of the emos tend to write negative things. They're in that zone. So if you're all uppity and yay, 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 and you love this and you love that and you want to be part of that group, and you're entering that group with that mentality, and you're not conforming, guess what? They're going to boot you out. They're going to kick you out. Sure. All right. Bottom line is this, okay? There's negative and there's positive to everything. If you're going to conform to something positive. Conform to a new way of thinking. That's positive if there's positive outcomes, right? Sure there is. You want to learn meditation? You want to learn how to pray? You want to learn to expand your spiritual awareness in your spiritual realm? Sure. There's positive benefits to that. Conform to such ideas. Sure. What about conforming to negative things? What about just because you've got some friends who are into drugs? Yeah? You want to conform to these type of behaviors? No, you don't. Why not, you say? Because the outcomes are negative. So you have to take into account outcomes, positive and negative, in everything that you do. In everything that you do. You don't want to conform to anything, any ideas, that the outcome is negative. You do not. All right? Conformity, we conform every day. We do. We live in society. But make sure that the things you conform to and the ideas that you conform to, make sure that there is a positive outcome. This is Dr. Bev Knox for BevKnox.com talking about conformity.